There we go. 1 second. Perfect. So, I found myself with a little bit of extra time in my hands. So, while I wait for the regular people to join in to start with Miles Edgeworth, I'm gonna be playing a little bit of Elden Ring on my second character, because I don't want to progress on the character that we are playing for my first playthrough, and I wanted to try some stuff, just have some variety, and I started a new character. And I've been making pretty rapid progress, if I may say so myself. Or rather, I have been exploring a lot, so I have been making pretty rapid map progress rather than just overall progress. Actually, before I forget, I need to go talk to Barre, because this character is going to be a little bit stupid, because I came up with an idea that I wanna push on this character, and I need access to Mogwin Place ASAP.
Godric the Grafted and claimed my congratulations. Now, visit for an audience.
So I'm gonna be completing his questline ASAP. Big S&P. What?
Are you that new tarnish?
Yes, I am.
You've done. I interpret the. Let's then.
Great anchor until it was tragic across the far. But the great.
I have gone through all of this dialogue before, so.
Let the words. Well, I'll play these, and I. The fingers.
Last time I took the Dragon Hunt, which I don't know if I like. This time I'm thinking about taking the Godric's Great Axe. I command G. Neil. That looks cool. So I'll go for Godric's Great Axe. I don't know if it's worse or better, but I want the axe. Because this build is gonna be interesting. Now, I wanna get... I own Urgent Heal. I don't know if I have heal though.
May the golden order.
I'm not giving you a prayer book, I'm giving that to the turtle. Do I have heal? No. Okay, so we can buy heal.
Well then. May the golden order.
Then I wanna go. I don't know if I have any build bearings to offer either. No, okay. I haven't done much. I have. So. No investigations yet. Hello, Bodoka! I'm waiting for you guys. Oh, by the way, this is a different character, don't worry. I'm waiting for you guys to join before starting to play investigations.
Now, look at those that have a challenge, find them well. See, nothing special. I'm trapped. That's all there is. No grab my being. Besides, despite my decides, it holds.
I was going to tell you to visit the clergyman or clergyman Caleb. I can go there. I can swap characters. I was just playing this one because I didn't want to progress the other one without you guys here. But we can do that.
A pleasure to see. Thank goodness I'm still looking. It's not easy. You're telling me? I don't believe. If I do, I suppose I should. I'll ask Master certainly. I know I can tell.
Do you want me to change?
Back already. No matter. The girl. Are you out of your mind? Who'd stay with an absurd? I refuse. I don't.
Might as well, unless there is some specific you have in mind. No, I have nothing specific. Honestly, I just had some extra time in my hands.
If I do have a task, I suppose I should try and ask Master.
But instead of just waiting bored for the time for the stream, I thought I may start the stream, chat a little bit with you guys, play some Elden Ring. So yeah, let me change characters. Also, when we start playing investigations, we have a very important choice to make, guys. It's going to be a very important choice that we need to make. By the way, that character is called Blasphemy, not because it's going to be a blasphemous blade build, but it's because what I have in mind, it may as well be Blasphemy. Okay, so you want me to go talk to Beastman here. Okay, Bestial Sanctum. Oh my god, I have so many runes. What the hell? Can I level up? Yes, okay. So I want endurance. Once my endurance is back to 25, I'm going to go for mine to 25, okay? Don't kill me, Bodok. Oh, I have 2 dead roots.
I won't forget. Again. Mine appetite. Nice.
Yeah, you wanna do this now? Okay.
I must have more.
Oh! A new weapon! Okay. I also noticed that I found different stuff in my other character compared to what I have found in this character. You may need one more? Where can I find it? Yes, please. So... Oh, by the way, Bodoka, since you're here, I've been meaning to ask you. So, I heard that there is a little bit of a bug with Mr. Big Dragon. Has this bug been patched? Well, the thing that you can kill the dragon. So there is the colossal dragon, right? And there is a bug apparently that if you kill the dragon and go back to the grace before his body disappears, you can kill it again and farm 50k souls at a time. Like, this big dragon, in theory, I can kill it infinite times if I go back to the grace. Because apparently he uses his health to spawn these dragons, these small ones. So if I kill enough of them, his health will go super low. I don't know how it works though. A friend told me about it, but he didn't explain how to do it, and he said, keep in mind that I was doing that a few years ago, so I don't know if it works anymore. He told me that the last time he played this was in 2022, I think? No, yeah, he told me about hitting him. He told me to hit him until he's like 1 HP. But he told me that I can also farm just from killing these small dragons, because they have health and they still give you a lot of runes. And kinda true. Kinda based, how the kids say today. Hoppa. Well, I'm not planning on farming runes, so where is the last thingy? You can try, but this is extremely inefficient farm. Yeah, I know. I'm not planning to farm. I actually just want to kill the last thingy for the dead root. Let me check if you're missing multiples. In the meanwhile, I will sort my chest, because I think I have too many things on my person right now. Gurang Beast Claw, yes, we just acquired that one. This is the latest one we acquired. Oh, by the way, another thing that I've been wanting to ask you, Bodoka. Okay, you're missing just one more. Nice, perfect. Bodoka, do incantations damage scale with faith or with intelligence? And does heal, because buff do not scale, but does healing scale? Healing and buffs do not scale, okay. So, damaging incantations scale with faith or... or what? Let me explain. Okay. Take your time. The damage scales from associated stats to the thing you use to cast it. Okay, so in other words, faith. The damage... Okay. So if you happen to get a sacred seal with int scaling, that will be the... Oh, it's associated to the tool, not to the stat required itself. Okay. Okay, so for example, where is it? So for example, my incantations casted with the earthly seal with the scale with fade. But if I use the golden order seal, it will do a mix fade and intelligence. Oh, I see. Okay, great. Anyway, the Deadroot location, open the map and see if you have the Giant's Mountaintop Catacombs unlocked. Very unlikely, because I don't remember doing that. Oh, there it is. Giant's Mountaintop Catacombs. Nope, we haven't been there. I prefer the list because that way you can see all the names at once without having to mouse over them. So we don't have them. I'm gonna quickly check on the turtle if I have bought everything. Okay. Where could the catacombs be? I'm guessing somewhere around here. Oh, here maybe. This also looks like a POI. Or... the Grace? Go to the Samur ruins. Okay. Oh, wait, I do. Did I kill this? Well, it's easy to check if I completed this. We can just run straight through. Yeah, I feel like I have done this. I feel like I have. Also, the beast eye is not quivering. I think I have done this. Yeah, let's check another place. Yeah. Yeah, no quivering. Oh. Oh my god. That fat lady. Gleimnir hero. Hero's grave in Mount Gleimnir. Okay. Stake of Marika. Ha. Sorry, that piqued my curiosity. Which, by the way, on this new character I made, I've been just following my curiosity all over the place, and it's been really interesting to see where it leads me. I have found so much weird stuff along the way. Let me get away from the aggro range and then... Yeah, I know. I'm just getting away from the aggro range, you see? Oh. Is that a painter? Well. Mount Gleifnir. Mount Gleifnir, where is it? Oh, here. And is Hero's Grave. Yeah, I have Hero's Grave. Yeah, I think I have done this too. Let's see if the beast eye quivers or not. Maybe... Oh no, actually, I have not completed this, I think. Because I didn't know where to go. Maybe? I remember feeling super lost inside this place. I think I just abandoned this place. Yeah, I haven't completed this place. I'm like 99% sure. And this is gonna hurt a lot. Because, okay, so I remember now. I came to this place. At least not in instant kill anymore. Indeed. So I remember I came to this place and I just didn't know where to go because there was no apparent way to go. I even tried to go all the way down there and there was nothing there. I explored this place and there was no path for me to go through. We might as well explore it a bit, indeed. Because I remember that I was doing this and I was like, okay, I have no idea where to go, let's keep going with the story. Yeah, I remember doing that. Coming here. Up there is nothing. 1 second. I have to drink my med that I have right by me right now. Sorry, I'm gonna mute. Okay. I remember also trying to use this as an elevator, but there was nothing. This is going to hurt. It didn't. Got lucky. Okay. And then there is this place. I remember that I dropped down. Uh-oh. So if I drop down there, I will get to a place that will take me inevitably to those... Oh, what? Oh, I forgot about this. Oh no! I forgot the Hollow Knight was in there. And then I tried to go here, but there is nothing. Unless I have to go like way down. Because I can drop down here, right? Which will take me to these stairs here. I got an armor set from killing this dude. I forgot that that doesn't heal me anymore. Well, it's fine. And yeah, do you have any... do you know where to go here? Because I was stuck in this loop last time I came to this place. I was basically stuck in this loop without knowing where to go. And the messages don't really tell me anything. Try horse. You cannot horse here. Like, try surface. Like, what? Navigating catacombs is a pain in the ass. Well, I just need you to get me out of this loop and I can do the rest. It's just this loop is annoying because I don't know where to go. Like, I genuinely have no idea. But how can I kill it? Because I need to drop something heavy on him, or can I use my pots? Do my throwables kill it? I'm sorry, I'm bombarding you with questions right now. I cannot even target it. Hold on. I'm huddling. Giant's Flame. Oh. What? No way. Oh, I feel so dumb. Anyway, I remember getting that route here, and I did not kill that chariot. So my suggestion is putting flames in and tank the lava. Yeah, that's what I'm looking into right now. Fire. This is 5. I'm heavy loaded right now though. I'm still fat. No bueno. Well, tanking the lava was the way. I guess that's that. I'm sure there is also a non-ghetto solution, but hell if I know, yeah. I'm sure too, but hey, it doesn't matter if it worked. Well, let's hope my Reduvia can carry me. Oh no. This dog is kind of annoying. Because he fights a lot like Sif. Oh well. These dogs are immune to sleep and madness. Perfect. Okay, now that I will have Flask, I will thread through this dog. It shouldn't be that hard. Done. Bloodhound Night Flaw. Huh. There it is, the last dead route. Nice, nice, indeed. Sorry, that's my phone, I forgot to mute it. There. Okay, back to the bestial beast. Bestial beast. Yeah. Okay. There are a bunch of these across the map, so I'm glad we got it fairly early. Yeah.
It is all consumed. Still, I am not sated. Not nearly sated.
Don't tell me we'll need to kill him.
Will things never be the same again? Tarnished. My thanks for thy long labor. But I have done all I can in this land. Henceforth, mine appetite shall be my sole companion. Farewell.
No! Beast Boy! There is another thing you could do right now? Okay. I mean, I'm sure there is plenty that I can still do. I don't think we have maxed the flask. I don't think we have done all the Gaols, maybe. Go to Liurnia. Upper left. Okay. Not in Rani's area, lower. Okay, so somewhere around here. Higher. There. Should I teleport to the 4 belfries? Oh, you know what I haven't done? Well, show me this first. You probably have an item you can use here? But not using yet? Okay. Okay, go to the belfries and use the Precept of Anticipation. Down the cliff. Oh, it's one of the teleporters, you mean? Okay. How can I know which is which? What? Which one is true? Visions of revenge or perceived of anticipation? The one with boats is a dev message. That is the right one. Okay, so that is not the one. It is? But it says visions of revenge. Oh, the one without boats is a dev message. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misread what you wrote. I'm sorry. Chapel of Anticipation. Huh. Isn't this the place where I fought an enemy that killed me at the beginning of the game? And it was... Yeah, this is it. If I go that way, that's where the enemy is. There is stuff to do here? Oh. If you have not done it yet, I don't know. I don't remember being here, or have I? I think we have been here in the past. I don't know if we did everything here, but I remember this place a little bit. No, like taking that teleporter, I have a feeling that we have done that. Explore this a bit. Yeah. No hidden walls here. Okay. Through the long, though the path been broken and uncertain, claim your place as the Elden Lord. Huh. That is my maiden? Oh, that's so sad. If you head out the door and go left, there should be a door. Oh! Man, I'm getting such a sense of deja vu. Yeah, we have been here, you see? We have been to this place before. Yes. Back to Belfries? Okay. See if there is other keys. See if you have. You mean stone keys? I have 6. And 1. And 1. These taking build keys. Okay, I have only 1. Yeah, I haven't done this. Wait. Okay. I wait. Look at the dev message. Crumbling lands. But these are the only belfries, right? Oh wait. Night Sky Unseason. Okay, so this one you want me to use? The Night Sky one? Okay. That one is pretty, yes. Okay. Nokron Eternal City. Ah. So I can horse around here. Man, this is beautiful. You can see Mockwin Place. Oh, that's true. There. What do you mean? Oh. There. There, yes. That one. I was just seeing if you were paying attention. Yeah, sure. Anyways, there is also a miniboss here. Oh. I'm guessing I had to go down. Yeah. Yes, get down tonight. Okay. Is that the mini boss? It's like a mini Mogwind. Oh, it's my friend, the Crucible Knight. Hello. Oh. I don't have my parry shield. Uh-oh. Now it will. Now it's gonna be easy, don't worry. Oh. One shot. Not quite, but close enough. Oh, that's a new move. What? Okay. It was easy as balls, as you said. Is that it? Explore a bit. There should be a thing here. Okay. Oh. You got the thing? Okay. Back to the round table, huh? Good day, mate. How are you doing? I'm fine, Josh. How about you? Talk to the warrior lady downstairs. Okay, so I need to go through this way. And then through this way. How are you doing, Josh? After we do this conversation... Oh.
Ah, you.
We go
Please.
to investigations. It was raining hard when I returned from delivery. Man, it's been raining here for 2 days too. I heard from Gideon.
So you know already, do you? Right. It's true. My father cast me out for indulging my emotions, forgetting the mission, punishment for offing his pawns. Lord Gideon has offered me guidance all my life. I would have done anything for him, to place him on the throne of Elden Lord. And yet though it was not my intent, I betrayed him. And I can no longer trust in Father. To think he'd order his men to enact such tragedy. Where is the justice he purports in that? He once told me that if he
And I still
Elden
need
Lord,
to
he would never
pick
allow
up
the
my
downtrodden
big
to be
sister.
cheated
Damn,
ever again.
I'm so tired, man.
Was he simply lying to me?
I can tell, man.
No. How could I say that? Father has always given me his guidance. And now... I've lost it. Is that ash? I can smell the ancient storm in it. My thanks. I'll gladly take it. I'm not like Broderica. I don't feel the presence of spirits, let alone see them. Still, this ash, it reminds me of my first hawk. Thank you. In this ash, it reminds me of my...
So I lost an ash. Wash, big mixer, not sister. I read that you had to go pick up your big sister, like go physically drive to her to pick her up somewhere. Nah, it was an ash you couldn't even use. Oh, okay. Bro, I'm sorry, man. I'm dyslexic AF, and I think that that shows it. Let me check. About God's slaying weapon.
My masterpiece to
Oh.
slay a god. That's That's all I've lived for. And my promise to Queen Marika. But do me a favor and do look after the girl. I can't hold on much longer. It was a great honor to make your weapons during my time here.
Yeah, I need to grab a new pair of glasses, bro. No, like, I have really good vision. I'm just very dyslexic.
For that is what you are.
I don't really want him to die, though. Wait, I need to talk to Roderica, though.
I see. You're here.
About Hugh.
Is that right? So Master Hugh won't listen to you either. You have my thanks regardless. I'll try and talk him round next time. I know he was given this great entreaty to craft a weapon which could slay a god. Though I can't help but think of it as a curse. A fearsome curse. Put on him by Queen Marika. And if that's the case, I'm not sure there's anything we can do.
Any upgrades I can do here? Because I have the feeling that the Spirit Chewing Girl is not going to be available anymore. Well, it's fine. Throne Room. Stormvale Castle. Godric the Grafted. Yep. I just killed him today on the other character, so I knew this was the quickest way. Can I finally sit in the throne? On the throne? No. No. Let me see. Maybe if I jump hard enough, it will open a secret door. I cannot even attack inside here. That is not it. I know, I'm just messing around, but okay. Oh, run back to the secluded cell and rests. Oh, okay, okay. Run back to it. Okay, I will. Does teleporting does not work? Okay. And now run back to the throne room. Am I getting trolled? Man, lately have been playing Haneda Terminal 2 ambient sound in the background a lot. I have no idea why it is like this. Yeah, it's fine. Are you becoming Kotama, man?
It's been some time. I must thank you
You're becoming Kotama.
for your aid.
Josh.
I told Father I would be with him no longer. I remembered the vow I took when I first became a warrior, so many moons ago. This land is much like the one from which I hail. I will call upon the storm to drive away the foulness.
I miss
that has settled
traveling.
in the
Yeah,
winds.
me too, man.
Ah, nice to see you after so long. Safe and sound, I take it, yes?
Kenneth.
Good. Ah, quite. I have indeed selected a new ruler. Lady Nefeli is strong and just. worthy of the burden of Limgrave's lineage.
You can
Such
exhaust
is the sincere
dialogue from
opinion of
everybody.
I, Kenneth Height, no less. For the time being,
Yeah.
I share command of the castle with my lady. But I plan on returning to my fort afterwards, at which time I can fulfill my old promise by raising you to the glory of knighthood. I hope it is
This
just
was
as
not in the game
wonderful
launch?
as you
Oh.
imagine. For the time being, at which time I raise
Okay.
you. I hope it is
Again, I am Nefeli Lu, warrior. Some call me by the title of lady. But I
Her
remain
quest
the same
was
woman in
literally
youth,
uncompletable.
though I have
Huh.
now abandoned my former guidance.
But the ticket to
cannot
Japan
express how
prices
much
went
it
up by
hurts me.
2x and the luggage allowance slashed by half. Damn.
Should you become Elden Lord, I would gladly lighten your burden. Farewell, I will remain to suit your guidance, and your fight surely lie elsewhere. I will remain your
Okay.
guide surely lie elsewhere.
Okay, I'm gonna ping people in the Discord so we can start playing investigations. One more dude here. Oh,
You, is it? Haven't seen your mug in quite some time. As you can see, I'm the new lady's attendant. Freedom was worth squat. Besides, I like it round here. Lady Nefeli still fair of heart and countenance. Still, I have the lady's trust, so I can loot all the corpses I like. I'll let you take a look at the goods if you fancy.
oh. Nice. Okay. So if I do this, the game should no longer be visible. Yes. And I'm gonna get investigations up. Are you guys hyped to start a new game? I realized, I don't know if it was because I was stuck on Malenia or because it was just too much of the same game. But I realized that maybe even if we go slowly, it's better to go slow but have variety than playing too much of the same game during the week. I don't know. How do you feel about that, guys? Maybe doing short bursts in which we have like a special week of a game? Okay, but playing a lot of the game at once may have not be... Okay, before we start playing, we have a very important choice to make, guys. So, do we want this?
Objection!
Or do we want this?
Objection!
Which do we want? Weebu or English? Also, number 3. Follow your heart. I think the objection... We have been hearing the objection in English for the original trilogy. I think for continuity's sake and consistency's sake, it would be better to use the English voices. But I'm very curious about the Japanese voices. Now, English for this is better? Yeah. it hits better because objection has a nicer ring to it.
Objection!
Yeah, I think we go with English. Is the game sound good or is it too loud? Is it good or is it too loud? I'm not showing the screen right now because I have things open that I don't want to leak right now. Sound is good, but visuals are not. I know. It's because I'm getting things sorted first, and then I will show you the game. So, the game sound does not overpower my voice too much, or at all. Like, you can still hear me well. Oh, in the meanwhile, I'm gonna change the stream title and category. Okay. I see you were watching Ako's secret stream. No. It's because if I show the screen now, my system settings with the volume mixer will show and there is like my full name and email. It's just for safety, man. Okay, so also let me pick that, and then like this. Oh, it was Ako's screen. No Ako here, no Ako. Then 1 second, guys. I'm just making sure that it's going to be fine. Where is it? Okay, here we go. So if I did this correctly, yes. And then I need that and this, and I should be able to see everything. Oh, it was my screen? What? Oh, stupid. Okay, I cannot read that. The stupid thing. Shit. Okay. Perfect. Title selection. New game. We're going to use the HD graphics, guys. It's just more aesthetically pleasing. Episode 1, Turnabout Visitors. March 14, 1:16 AM. Sounds good. Visuals. Okay, can you see well now? Is everything good? The text is auto-moving. I will not be able to read too much for you guys. That might be true, but why? Why go this far? Sorry, maybe it wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. Oh, that's from Karma. No matter what the cost. Ooh. Okay, so I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. Okay, so this is not Von Karma, huh? March 14, 2:05 AM. Prosecutor's building, 12th floor, hallway. Shining forehead, yeah. It's hard enough to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? Huh? What is this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Oh! What the? What's going on here? What's the meaning of this? Freeze! Police! Oh, it's not police. Oh. Identify yourself. Shut up. You've got some nerve committing a murder in a prosecutor's office. Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. Ooh. My name is Miles Edgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, having fun with Francisca, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases, and some very frantic and busy days. March 14, 2:56 AM, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. I finished photographing the victim's bodies. Sir. Very well. Continue with your investigation. Yes, sir. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Richard Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct, and the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine, however. Oh, look! There is the Steel Samurai, the Prosecutor of the Year trophy, the tea set from the hotel case. That's so cool! So many references. Look at what they did to your office. It's totally trash. I'll say the culprit soiled my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with dragging mud into my office. Wow, sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing, pal. Twinning on Gumshoe animation is messing my head. Oh yeah, because he's always heavy breathing. So they did that bobbing motion on him. This crime was committed in my office, so it's my responsibility to solve it. The animation is super smooth. Ho ho, that's like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed.
Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we're to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office?
Crime scene in my office. It's really coincidence. Is it really a coincidence that the murder took place in my office?
I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind.
Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you?
No, not really, especially because of this.
The key to your office. The office key, for security reasons, this office door has a lock built into it. What do you mean, sir?
If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you.
Prosecutor's badge. Oh, it's a lot more fancy than the other badge, the attorney badge. Logic? Edgeward, you know logic is not exactly what Gamshu does best.
By finding the connection between the two pieces of information and connecting them in new information is born. That is the end result of using logic.
He looks as cocky as ever. So how do you use it?
First, I recall the information we gathered with LB. And then I connect them together with Y.
Wait. What? If I press LB, nothing happens. RB opens this menu. And LB does this, but if I press Y, nothing happens. What? I'm pressing LB, you can hear it. Okay, you know what? Look, I'm pressing Q now. Nothing happens. Maybe I need to move on with the box first. Yeah. Now, yeah, okay, so I needed to go ahead with... Okay.
Crime scene, my office.
The office key. Connect.
For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks, which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's possible to dismiss the location of this crime scene as a mere coincidence.
Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking, sir.
There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after?
The killer's goal. But, okay. You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir.
Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Begin investigation. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir.
I know that, and when I want to examine something, I simply use A next to it.
Oh, if you feel lost and want to talk, just use Y, okay? I'll give you great, precise advice as an ace investigator, sir.
Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose.
Okay, so... Save. The game has autosave, but you know... I like my saves. I like my saves. Oh. How do I escape? Sorry, I'm so used to pressing the triangle in Elden Ring for stuff that I instinctively press triangle.
Is there anything you noticed that you would like to share, Detective Gamshu?
Just that I rushed here, over here as soon as I heard there was a murder in your office, sir. The investigation's just gotten started, so I guess there is not much else to say. So, where you found that? Were you the one that found the body, Mr. Edgeworth?
Unfortunately, upon my return, I found my office door to be unlocked. And what awaited me inside was this whole messy affair.
Ouch, that's rough.
Even though we left the security of this room to a certain detective.
Sorry, sir. Okay. So, the pistol.
What we have here, could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of the gun here. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where?
Oh, I know. I was issued the exact same model. I think.
Detective,
I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they are really dangerous.
But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot.
But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies. So that's why I didn't recognize it.
So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by the precinct detectives.
Oh, arrest him? Hello, Black Lockhart. How you doing? How you doing? Okay. Ouch, they even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up ready for when you got back. I figured we would play a few games.
I had no idea you were interested in chess.
I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try.
In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case. Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine the area.
They dropped Alpha Inverse Crown official footage yesterday, and I couldn't be happier. I have no idea what you're talking about, man. But I'm happy for you.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny.
Okay.
What do we have here? I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge that... detective... Oh, hey. I have the same...
Oh, hey, have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinky-ding. What? Coinky-ding. PGR anniversary character. Ooh.
Let's take a look inside.
Body Fate. Ah, that's detective. Mr. Body Fate. So the pants with the name do not stop, huh?
It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you.
A cute way of saying coincidence. Don't worry about it. Yeah, fate, buddy. It was just fate, buddy. Hello, AJC. How you doing? Welcome.
I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now, to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other.
Well, not yet.
Let's see here. There is blood all over his lower abdominal area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir.
The bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir.
In other words, he was shot.
Oh, really? Yup. And until the autopsy is done, I don't think we'll know much more than that.
Please have the body sent to the morgue once they are done processing the crime scene.
Bullet went clean through the victim's abdomen. The body was found at around 2:05 AM. Are you going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir?
Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all.
Alright, if you say so.
If I keep all the evidence I find in or with my organizer, when I want to re-examine a piece of evidence, I have to press RV to open my organizer. But the organizer isn't only for evidence I keep. It's only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too.
Bodoka, can you take care of that, please? Thank you.
It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often.
Your files are all over the floor, sir.
They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer.
I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. It's fine, I'll take care of it myself. Boom. I didn't have mod be open. Okay, it's fine. Don't worry. I mean, this just rendered all my time and effort I put in pointless.
I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room.
And they didn't show up in the user list when I did have it? Oh man. Well, I water the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I come in and clean this place until it sparkled.
Does he even have a life?
He's so mean.
The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could it have belonged to our recently departed Detective Gumshoe? Could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time?
Yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, Val. Let's see.
what we have here. Mr. Edward, this guy is wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Victim's revolver. It can be assumed that this gun is the murder weapon. It was issued to the victim. Oh. This mechanic is so fun. Let's see what else we can find about this revolver. I always say, you've got to look really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use RS to rotate evidence. There is not such a thing as a bad angle. Use LB and RB to zoom in and out to get at the nitty gritty. That's pretty quick jumping logic. You mean that I figured that out pretty quickly, or I don't get it. I mean, this intro case seems to be threading... No, what Edgeworth said. What did he say? That the... What? Sorry, I... Well, it's fine. Okay. It looks like only one round was fired from this. Okay. Wow, so the killer killed the pig with just one shot after wresting the gun from him. Victim has empty holster. Murderer took the victim gun and used it as the murder weapon. Oh, that's what you meant. I mean, feels logical considering that the gun looks like the detective gun. The holster was empty. So in theory it makes sense. And also the gun is missing a bullet. These bullets look yummy. I disagree, but you do you, man. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're going to find out. We should send the body to out. Jim! Jim! Oh, why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me! Leave me alone! Just let me be! Sorry, but I can do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he just turned in for the night. Sure, just in a bloodstained suit, pal. We saw this bastard kill him at the beginning of the case. Where are my manners? Oh, I remember hating him. That's why I'm giving him that voice, because I hate him already. Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. I'm Jack Sportman. Prosecutor. Jack Sportman, huh? Balding? Yeah, he's balding. Jim here was my partner in crime, Bastin. Balding Boltzmann? Yeah. I'm Miles Edgeworth, and unlike you, I'm also prosecutor. Detective Richard Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct. Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim! Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High Prosecutor's office door all have locks built into them. And only the owner to the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edward has been overseas on a business trip for this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Are you stupid or what, Gumshoe? Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then. You're Jim's killer. No way, pal. You've got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Mr. Portsman, correct? Mr. Boltzmann, correct? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun, so it's too early to be drawing conclusions. Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You're sure a one-call customer though, Mr. Edward? Please, I need to understand the joke behind his name. Is Jack a sportsman? Just move the S. Is basically he's called... He's basically called that. And he's wearing a medal and an exercise clothing. That's the joke. Alright, arrest him, terrible joke. Well, we saw him at the beginning of the case when they were introducing the case that he's the killer, so we are going to arrest him. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? A pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Wanna bet he came in to steal a piece of evidence? Carry on then, it's your room after all. Thank you, I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there! Sir? I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner Jim. I should probably give them some space. No, he's gonna steal evidence. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa. That things look like a billion times softer than my mattress at home. Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir? Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. There is nothing he can steal, bro. You arrived there first with Gumshoe. Oh, we don't know that, man. Your jacket, sir. What is it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing around. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? Oh, wait! Wait a second.
if the victim used the gun, the detective's gun, to shoot the victim, and then with the same gun shoot the wall, there should be 2 bullets missing, not 1. So there is a different gun? So he reloaded it? Yeah, sure. Either there is a different gun. Yeah, maybe the gun on the floor is just a diversion. The gun on the floor must be a diversion. They dare to shoot the ultra special they dare to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in. What if it had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. It's not worth getting worked up over, detective. Not when there is something more here. Like what? Take it. I take you haven't noticed it yet, detective. There is a giant contradiction here in front of us. You see? Really? Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. He's starting to sound like Phoenix, huh? But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my own way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence, or it seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. First I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction. That is it, the bullet hole, is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point it with my cursor and then press Y. And when I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. Eureka! Eureka! This bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary, Watson. 2 shots were fired in this room. The first felled the victim, and the second felled this frame. Hey, that's right! However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too! Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? By the way, notice something, sir. Yeah? What is that thing sticking from behind the face, the frame? Ah, that is a secret safe. A secret safe? Oh, I smell money. I'll spare it as the travel and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now if you could kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Talk about Dusty. At least he doesn't say Bazinga. Why? Because... quick, dig out the contradiction from the hole. Do you have a shovel? Sbarry, indeed. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here, or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. So, when did you put this thing in? Eureka doesn't sound nice. What do you want me to do, man? Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Francisca's
nudes. But right now, nothing.
Sbarry goat. Okay. We will say Sbarry from now on. When he goes Eureka, I will say Sbarry! Do you guys like that? I will go Sbarry. Sbarry! Let me get a freaking sip of water. No? Then no Sbarry for you guys. Only we can be ironic. Okay. No.
We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session.
That's it.
Talk about the squashing my hopes and dreams.
No fun allowed.
Each prosecutor has one in their office, only they know about them. Trial evidence use. I won't rest until I have inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny.
Well, first and foremost, the thing is a scratch.
Now this is odd.
You found something, sir?
This keypad, don't you find it to be a bit too clean?
Yeah, there is a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. So the murderer tried to clean his fingerprints, obviously. You there!
You there, forensics scientist.
Yes, sir.
Could you please dust this area for fingerprints?
Got it, sir.
I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single fingerprint. Looks like it was wiped down well.
Okay, but that is proof that someone was tampering with it.
As I thought.
Yes, we have the power of friendship which you denied in Elden Ring. What do you mean? You did not watch the last stream, man. I killed Malenia with the help of a friend. My mimic friend. I even changed builds and all, man. So you were the only one that missed the power of friendship.
It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have.
Well, wait a second. Okay. Are there any other secrets hidden in this room?
Even if there were, it would defeat the purpose of them being hidden if I told you. So don't bother looking for them.
So there is no, like, hidden camera around, right?
What if there was?
No, it's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Do you then want to ask what he's been doing in my office while I was away?
Oh no.
Is this just another batch of fresh flowers?
The ones that come with a card attached every month, like clockwork for you, sir. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. All will be resolved. Wendy. Freaking Wendy Oldbag. She's still sending flowers.
Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns.
Wendy, is that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice that stalks?
That's enough, detective. You don't need to remind me further. Well, it's a good thing that my steel samurai doll was spared any harm.
Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What is it about again?
Well, I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of all Neo, all Tokyo. Warrior of Neo, all Tokyo is the Steel Samurai, and his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like The Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and The Niggle Samurai.
Yesterday I was hanging out with my best friend at the time you were streaming. I'm glad to hear that, man. I hope you had a great time. I really do.
Along with the deluge of merchandise and even a new stage show gives its presence.
You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not sort of rabbit fanboy? Of course not.
Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than I expected. Let us return to the investigation.
Oh, is your trophy the Knight of Prosecutors, right?
King of Prosecutors, and that is not a trophy, it's a shield.
They only send this to the winning prosecutors, right?
Yeah, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself.
For those who need that piece of advice, take it, guys. Your own worth can only be determined by yourself. That's so slick, sir. I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime.
Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me.
Ah, why are you being so mean? He may be incompetent, but he's loyal as a dog, man. Watch out for the ticket fragments there, sir.
The killer is going to pay these T-sets.
Yikes! You're really mad over this.
This T-set is very dear to my heart and can only be bought in England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck.
What? Now I feel like the killer wasted one of my monthly paychecks. If Gancho was a girl, he wouldn't say that. Oh, that's true. For some reason, Edgeworth is particularly considerate towards smaller people and women. For a man that can be an asshole most of the time, he's very considerate to others.
How is it coming along?
Please, I need absolute silence. This picture is too important to mess up.
I leave the man to his art. Do you have anything to report?
Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary, sir. And yet there is something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction.
Something out of the ordinary, huh? Should look around a bit more.
Ah, that's interesting. So the NPCs give me hints to know if I'm done or not. We need Kati Gamshu. It could be Kati Gamshu, huh?
It's been a while since I sat at my desk. Oh, how I miss you. It's so tidy that it looks newer than when I first bought it.
Oh yeah, that thing's so polished that it makes mirrors jealous.
Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, detective.
My job is to protect your office, sir. Dika is not a name, dude. But, you know... Well, I'm not gonna waste time on it. I'll just leave it alone.
And you did such a good job protecting it that a murder occurred in it.
anything can be a name? I'm inclined to disagree. That's harsh, sir. Look at me. That's a name. Luke is a name. It's just funny, but Luke is a real name. I have to admit, the desk has never looked better, so I guess I can't dock his pay. Dude, already wanting to cut his pay. Mr. Portman, a word if I may. Jim, I swear I find your killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see. It will be before the both of us. It will be for the both of us. Now then, you wanted to talk to me about something? No, that's alright. I feel like I'm interrupting their conversation. Phoenix isn't a name? What are you talking about? Phoenix is an actual name. There is even a town called Phoenix. You call, sir? The info I've gathered. I seem to have picked up a few good leads. Alright, so I'll call you Werewolf. That is not a name. Oh, so now you're gonna do that thing with all the information, right? What are you babbling about? That brainy thing you were talking about just a few minutes ago, sir. Logic. You said that you can look at the leads and info by pressing LB. Didn't you pick the ones that seem related and with A, connect them with A and then connect them with Y? Okay, yeah. That's even more necessary. Okay. So... again, you guys know I like my saves. So, let's do some deductions. I believe I have figured out what the murder was after. Well, what is it, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. Oh. I wonder if knowing that motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about. Oh, okay. I wonder if that changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. Okay. So, I'm thinking, right? Can I go back from here? Because I don't... Okay, yeah. It doesn't feel like I have all I need yet. Can I leave the room? No. The thing is that... Can you guys see that too? There is something that is bothering me. You can see that in the files down there. But... it's not allowing me to examine that. Well... I guess... I mean... Maybe it's this with this, like he was trying to steal from my office, he got caught. I mean, I think it's this, right? He was trying to steal from my office, he got caught, and then they had they started to fight. And you do take damage, you see? It has to be that.
There is a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
Oh, you mean like it could have been from when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Precisely, we need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir, I'm gonna shelf files like you have never seen before, even at a library. Sorry, it's been a year since I played this. It's fine, it's fine. Just remember that I will figure it out.
Sure, let's give that a try.
Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth.
No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth.
And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth?
Well, first get away from my office. You're creepy. First we calmly restore the files to their rightful place.
You got it. Let me help. So this file goes here and that book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done. Yep.
It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here.
The bloodstains on the bookshelves are still fresh.
I suspect the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. And then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kinda grossing me out.
And then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kinda grossing me out. Okay, so here's a thing, right? That it feels a little stupid. Even if the files were not in place, you could have seen the bloody hands on the shelf and get to the same conclusion. Also, there is blood on his butt.
Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
But you know I'm not good with blood, sir.
I'm certain there is something wrong with this picture.
Well, yeah, there is a bullet hole here.
So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? For the bullet hole to be lodged so squarely in a file spine, it indicates that the file were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. Then I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. The victim handprints.
The victim handprints.
He must have tried to support himself with his hands after being shot.
There are handprints on the floor too.
Those must have been made when, unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. It appears the victim was in a sitting position here after being shot. Oh, so that's why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it. That would be the logical conclusion. Yeah, it was not explosive diarrhea. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against the shelf. The blood on this guy's pants proved that very well. It seems, in a sense, I suppose. See, I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth.
Can I move the camera? Okay. No. Okay. Save. You know what? I'm gonna place with mouse and keyboard actually. Maybe not. Ew, this is a lot worse than with the controller.
This spot somehow connects. If this spot somehow connects to any of the evidence I found.
Yeah, No, wait. Oh! I put them all back! As they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything missing. Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through the shelves.
Although it looks like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for.
Maybe... Okay, I think now I can deduce maybe?
This spot is... okay.
No, not yet. Wait. Wait a second. Actually, yeah. No, I can deduce from here and this, because what I'm thinking is that yeah, I think this makes sense, that the victim was initially sitting maybe when he got shot, but that wouldn't make sense at all too. It's complicated.
Smarry! There is a clear contradiction with this bullet hole.
What do you mean, sir?
Don't you see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. The victim was shot in the stomach. The hole should be much higher up.
What if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir?
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot.
Oh, that means... Wait, what does that mean?
It means that you need to use your brain more every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born.
I guess the order of the files. Maybe the OA file row was, yeah, the white row. Like, wait, oh yeah, it's O. Yeah, it's 0, so 0 should be first. 0, 1, 2, yeah. The order of the files doesn't make sense because it's O, A, B, C, D, E, and then you have 1, B, C. Yeah, it's the order of the files. You see? OA, OB, OC. It should be before the 1 row.
I believe the orders of the files is a bit off.
You mean I put them back in the wrong order, just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir.
Oh?
Yeah, you see here. How some files that were shot being with the number O, with the number 0. What are those doing all the way down there after 1 and 2 and 3? That's really weird.
Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
But the numbers are all out of order.
Those with the white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. From this, we know that the files were not in order when the crime occurred.
So that's it.
So that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out.
Yeah, that's clearly how it was when the murder occurred. Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back? Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved? I only woke an hour ago. No wonder there was no notification, cause you started early, lol. I'm sorry, I had some extra free time on my hands. I pinged everyone on the Discord and did play a little bit of ER. But hey, you're here now, and don't worry, we're still in the tutorial case, so we haven't done much.
They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it would be.
What did you do in ER? I was playing a little bit with my second character, and then Bodoka guided me to a few places in the main area. We got the last death root to give to the beast clergy, and some other minor stuff. We talked to the warrior lady, so she's now in the castle where I killed the first dude with the greater rune. Not much. Just very small side stuff.
If you please, Detective Gumshoe. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be.
Yeah, I helped him to find the death root and helped him finish the Nephili quest. Yeah, those two things.
The killer went through my files first, before shooting Mr. Fade. And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Wait a second, Gumshoe's written backwards in the OF files. Do you see it, guys? Gumshoe is not well written though. It's missing the H. Exactly, and then proceeded to shoot the victim.
But why would someone kill a man, then look through your files one more time, sir?
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into the disarray twice. Once before and once after the crime, but why?
Wait, what is not written well? Gumshoe! On the bottom right. It says Gumshoe? Yeah, exactly.
Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look.
Well, let's start with this.
This.
What is that? Why does it say Gumshoe? On there in blood. W localization.
I'd say that's incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed.
No way! There gotta be some kind of mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, please! Help me, say something, sir. One book is missing.
It appears that one of my files was stolen.
Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation?
Is this really what the killer was after? Really after?
A stolen file, one of the files that were written upon in blood was stolen by the culprit. Investigation complete. Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. You can be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party.
If you're going to accuse the detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have proof to back it up.
Jim's words, they are more than enough. Wouldn't you say?
If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning.
You got it.
I don't like this one bit. There is something strange about this man's attitude.
1 second, guys. There we go. OF. So the OF files are there. The OG files are there. But the OH are not there. Well, I'm pretty sure Edgeworth is not very... I mean, I'm pretty sure Edgeworth is pretty happy that his OF files are still there. Yeah.
And there must be some sort of flaw to his logic, waiting for me to dig out.
Get your shovel ready, guys. We're gonna dig out these flaws. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you going to do?
What I've always do in court, I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique.
Oh! How do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir?
Might as well. Alright, first I listen to the witness testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts evidence, I open my organizer with RB and present the piece of evidence, the piece of contradictory evidence. To present something, I simply use Y, that's all news.
But it's not like there is gonna be a flaw in their testimony every time, right?
Correct, and at those times I need to press the witness with LB. Sometimes by pressing I can draw out a new information, a new or modified testimony.
I think I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try this technique out during investigations too.
Very well, I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully.
Okay. Mr. Portsman logic. Okay, so now we save here. so we don't have to hear the tutorial again. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from behind him and shoot him dead. Furthermore, you mess up the files to make it look like you had committed the theft instead. That's why, when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf, Jim's body when it was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer. I can hear Jim's boy and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There is no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. And I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence. Rebuttal.
Hold it!
You know, there is something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? Why do you call the victim Jim, when clearly his name is Buddy Fate? Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jax and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly? But Jim isn't even close to this guy's real name. Well, Jax and Buddy sounds off somehow. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim. He talks about the victim like he was his pet. Okay.
Hold it!
Do you really think it was necessary to disshelf my shelves twice to do that? That's true. Okay, maybe his real intent was theft. Hey, are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth? It's a possibility. Maybe your salary has been cut so much that life is getting a little rough to handle. I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals every day, pal. Okay, so all 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but... Poor thing. What an evil prosecutor you were paired with. And what a motive, no?
Hold it!
And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Because the body was getting in his way, he had to mess up with your bookshelf somehow. Anyway... But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. Oh, crap. Can I go back?
Hold it!
Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters? The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it. But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't make much for your detective to... It doesn't take much for your detective to miss something. Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal. There is a lot a person can understand about another from first impressions alone. I can say I disagree with him on that point. Why don't you say something, sir? Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it with evidence. I couldn't ask for a better setup for the game finishing spike.
Hold it!
And are you saying those letters were intended for you? Uh, Yup, Jim was an outstanding detective. I would expect no less from my former partner. It feels weird playing with the controller. I'm trying to see if I can play with the mouse and keyboard. Like, analyzing the crime scene feels better with the controller, but going through the text with the controller feels weird. I don't know why. It looks like Mr. Portman still doesn't understand. He has yet to figure out the true meaning behind the bloody letters. What are you sputtering over there? Can you just admit it? My logic is perfectly sound? Actually, there is a gigantic flaw in his logic. A gap so wide that even... Okay, that is the freaking hint. A gap so... Oh. A gap so wide. What can Network be talking about? I wonder. Now, to clue Mr. Portman by presenting him with some evidence. So... No. I guess here? Because if his body was hiding the letters, they would have been on top of the files from which the file was stolen. So it doesn't make sense, because otherwise how does he steal this if the body was blocking them? So that is not it. This is definitely not it. So I have to present this here.
Objection!
Successfully presenting correct evidence during a rebuttal. Achievement complete. Nice. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. Bring a bit of the courtroom into this. I see, no problemo. I'm game. I can't help but to find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that the fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking, I get it. You have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Don't you still see? If not, I may direct your attention to the missing file. What? That's impossible! That's impossible, Mr. Portman. What's impossible, Mr. Portman? Nothing. The files on the shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the files after murdering your partner, I hardly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
Objection!
It is impossible. It is possible they could have taken the file before committing the murder. I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name were on the file. Should be proof of this. Yeah, I mean, the S is gone and there is only half of an H. If the Detective Gamshu was really the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that he could have overlooked this with his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective that can stand the sight of blood. Okay. Which means, what exactly? What does that make?
this dying message. It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the scene. That's so low! I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see, I'm gonna have them arrested in no time. Well, Mr. Portsman? Brilliant, absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of an Olympic gold. I appreciate the prize, but doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. You win. So, you win some and lose some. That's how life goes. Glad everyone is so cheery, even I feel more dead than alive. But you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however... What is this time? Are you still after me, pal? Humor me for a second. Who has the keys to this office? That would be me. But Mr. Edward proved that I'm innocent, pal. That's absolutely right, and I can acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? Can we shoot him instead? I mean, put him in jail? Well, I was thinking, did you know there is one other person with a key to this office? One other person. Hey, you there? Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Could you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? What? A lady? The girl is a member of the building security. Think of her as a material witness. Security? Did you say security? No, stop it, pal, don't! What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Oh no. Oh wait. I thought it was going to be... I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Byard, a member of security. Maggie? Detective Gumshoe, sir. Maggie? Miss Byard is the security guard on watch tonight. I see, and your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in the building. Uh-oh. What? If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Byard. How dare you? I could never sneak into someone's room. That's right, I refuse to believe that Maggie is the culprit, pal. It was me, that's right. What are you talking about? Can we take that as a confession, Detective? Well, it wasn't really me, but I definitely it wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There is no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime. And for one simple reason. Oh man. Not Maggie. It's pretty obvious. Okay. Let me save. It's pretty obvious that Miss Byard snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Byard as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. So you are saying she used the master key? Master key This can open every office door. Its use is controlled by security staff. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claim. That's what you claim about the evidence earlier as well. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. I wonder if there is anyone else other than Miss Bayer that could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. Okay, that's the hint. So we are gonna be saving, because me like saving.
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Bayer is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There is only one person on staff at this time of the night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bayer?
That's true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at any time of the crime scene. At the time of the crime, sir.
Wasn't able? What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, moving on. I hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated.
What do you mean unrelated? I wanna hear what she has to say, pal.
But you can really trust her to not tell us lies. Plus, I hate wasting time.
Should I hear? Obviously. Ask more details. Not too fast, Speedy Gonzalez. I'm too interested in hearing what Miss Bayer has to say.
Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies.
I'll be the judge of that, Miss Bayer, if you please.
I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir.
What do you mean by missing?
As it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it.
Mr. Portman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you?
I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, I'd like to know why you have to leave the master key now. Why you have the master key now? I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
A likely story. And where is your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again.
I never lose things, I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it.
Yeah, pal, trust me, you don't want to test how bad her luck is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive.
Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft?
I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. Time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. Well, here is where he committed a very big mistake, guys. Can you guess what the mistake is? Have you been paying attention? Let's see if you guys have been paying attention. Because this is
there is a clear flaw on this statement. There is a very big flaw in this statement. Also, this statement is kind of incriminating him, if you ask me. This stupid asshole is incriminating himself with this one. Shamon? Well, he said too much. Exactly, he said too much. So much so that I'm gonna save, because I like saving, and I'm gonna present evidence here that he said too much.
Objection!
Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Byard was set on stealing something?
Why not? It's the truth after all.
It was also by your logic that we came to that whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe, the existence of which is only how do you pronounce that word? Privy? I think it's privy. It's how, that's how, yeah.
Privy.
Privy. Okay, it's privy. I was right. It's only privy to prosecutors. I find it a little hard to believe that the hidden safe was part of her cunning plan.
But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down.
I heavily doubt that. I say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
Yeah, even I didn't know about the safe, pal. And that means there is no way Maggie could have known about it either. Then are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor?
Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable.
Oh.
What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind?
Curses, why? What made you?
What's with the angry face all of a sudden?
It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes.
What did you just say?
We were partners, like inseparable co-joined twins. That's why I told him I filled him in on the secret safes.
Then that means...
Yeah, I know. I had only just told him too, obviously. It was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief.
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you, Miss Maggie Byard? Excuse me? I mean, you're a security guard, right? That's your job. But the killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession.
What the? You're still accusing Maggie of murder?
Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it, it was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office. Which is precisely what he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless... Well, you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him.
Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief?
I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense.
He has no honor. Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man.
Would you people be so kind to see yourselves out?
What?
You can kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. But I'm the one who's assigned to this case. You're all suspects to varying degrees and therefore ineligible to run this show. Listen, pal, how many times I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe,
Calm down yourself.
But sir...
We have no choice but to accommodate his request for now.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands.
I hate him so much.
Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful.
Mark my words, Portman. We will meet again.
If that's a formal request from legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear?
To be continued, huh? Yeah, we're saving our progress indeed. March 14, 4:18 a.m. Prosecutor's Building, 12th floor hallway. So, my god. I think I need to find a new voice for Edgeworth. It puts too much strain in my voice. Bro, Twitch keeps sending me like, give a subscription, get Crunchyroll, what the stop. Just read normally. I think I will have to.
What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable.
Please maintain your professionalism, detective.
I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocent. You'll see, sir.
But we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir.
True. So, then what now?
Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch.
Do not despair, Miss Byard. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Really, sir?
For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Byard is related to the Master Key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information. Regarding the mystery surrounding my door.
Well, I mean, if the basketball is not proof enough that the guy's the killer. Oh. How do I check? Oh, examine or check, okay.
I won't rest until I have inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny.
Well, that's the missing file.
It's the missing... Oh, serious file, sir.
No doubt about it, the bloody letters. Mark it clear as day. There seemed to be a few pages missing. Our thief only took what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So what are these files, sir, about? Sir? I guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh?
Not particularly. It's just a collection of court cases files. However, the cases within these files are not mine.
Huh?
They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were.
That means the thief must also wanted the files for a very specific reason, right?
It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. I wonder why anyone would care so about such an old case.
Wait, that case 10 years ago, the Von Karma case. Well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. The stitching is excellent. Talk about luxury waiting area. These babies are also great for napping, you know.
You would sleep even out here, detective. In a hallway.
Whenever I do, I wind up dreaming about giving testimony in the stand. But it always ends the same way, me getting trounced by a lawyer. Isn't that awful?
Maybe I should give it another try to envision myself winning naturally. I bet the thief is not under here. I guess there isn't enough space for anyone to hide under here in the hallway.
I mean, if someone could contort themselves to feed, I'd be really impressed.
Sounds to me like somebody who has already tried at least once before.
Okay, I'm guessing that's all. A basketball?
What is a basketball doing here?
That's Mr. Portsman's prized possession, sir. I heard he always plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis.
And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. What is a basketball hoop doing here?
Hey, didn't this used to be outside next to the building a long time ago?
So when and why was it moved indoors?
I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently.
Drag it?
I heard that it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself.
All the way up to the 12th floor.
Oh my god.
Is everything alright?
Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning. I'm finally 154 pounds.
Congratulations, but I was asking about this hallway and this room.
Oh, everything is okay, sir.
A word of advice, stay focused, or you may start to lose even more weight.
That's such an evil threat.
It looks like you're in quite a pinch.
Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly post haste.
Sounds like a messy case you've gotten on your hands. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open.
How gracious, I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? This office.
1203. Hey Maggie, whose room is this again?
It's Mr. Portsman, sir.
So he's my new neighbor, I see. I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas. I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case.
I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream. A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth.
Wait. Oh. So this game takes place after the first game. I mean, after the third game in the Ace Attorney trilogy. Hasn't Edgeworth already cross-examined her? Or Maggie was always with Von Karma? Was Maggie only with Von Karma and Godot? I'm pretty sure she had an Edgeworth case, didn't she? I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the Master Key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with tea. This game is after Phoenix 1 and 2 if I recall correctly, so it's not after Phoenix 3?
I'm just a lowly security guard, so I'm not sure what should I do with that other than guard it.
It's like talking to another gumshoe. Investigation 1 comes when he comes back after his trip overseas. Okay, so this is in between game 2 and 3. I see. The victim. Have you ever met the victim before?
Well, I've seen him a couple of times before when I had to go to Mr. Portman's office. Mr. Fate was always playing basketball with Mr. Portman, sir.
That sounds like fun, just once. I had loved to play with them.
It sounds fun, but the only person ever taking shots was Mr. Portman. All Mr. Fate ever did was pass him the ball, sir.
On a second thought, I don't think I'd have a fit in all that well with them. Okay. Miss Maggie Byard, correct? I take that you are an acquaintance of the detective. She's under my supervision. She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder, and things started to go downhill, so she quit.
But I owe a lot to Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employer. Or so I thought until a few hours ago, right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
Oh my god, why Maggie can't ever be happy?
Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. And now I even managed to be named a criminal, just when I become a security guard.
That's a lot to go through in one lifetime.
I know. And just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Byard, nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is your cooperation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can to help.
Okay, maybe this now? He said to show her the notes. Oh, maybe this one. So when did you discover that the master key was missing?
By the time I realized, I think it was around 1 AM, sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 AM. I was just sitting there on the ledge of the security room, reception's window. Security room's reception window is... But I'm sure that between those 2 times, it was not just gone, but stolen, sir.
Why such important key stored in such an insecure place?
It's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window.
Always you say, except for this time, correct?
Well, I admit I was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sorta using it at that time. It was after I had used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge.
To use the master key. Why did you use the master key for? What did you mean by use the master key?
Oh, I had to use it to open the door for these prosecutors who had forgotten his key. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, correct?
What is it?
That's right, I just remembered the prosecutor who forgot his key. It was Mr. Portsman, sir.
What? Please tell me more, Miss Byard, quickly.
What? Did I press the wrong button? Oh, yeah.
It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portman had forgotten his office key, so he came down to security, sir.
And that's when you loaned the master key to him.
No way! It's against the regulations to loan the master key to anyone. I walked Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him, personally, sir.
I see.
And
then what happened after that?
Well, he called for me to come close his office as he was leaving home. And that was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight.
Talk about suspicious!
I doubt you can say that. You never left your keys at home, detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Postman door.
Okay.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious loot and cranny.
Okay. Well, let's start with the number.
Oh, that reminds me. Mr. Portman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you were already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
So why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting 1202?
I'm not sure, but it's because something like his birthday is December 2nd?
Yep, that's gotta be it. I can think of another reason.
I can think of at least 3, but why am I even wasting time thinking about this? The door is locked tight.
I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, Mr. Edgeworth.
This is the office of a high prosecutor, detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average burglar. Blah.
How you pronounce that word? Burglar.
If the average cat burglar could get through them.
So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who the culprit is.
I advise you to return to that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from.
I'm not going to read chit chat, guys.
Mr. Payne, I suppose custodial work can also be dignified.
The hoop? Is Mr. Okay. What happens if I press O? Just curious. Oh, it's only for the dialogue, okay. I guess... I haven't looked at all. Yeah. Okay, so I guess time for deductions. Wait, let me save before we go do some crazy deductions. Let's save. Okay. So wait, isn't there a little bit of a contradiction here? When missing approximately at 1 AM until 2:30, it was... Okay. Okay, let's try this too. Misfired. I'm afraid there is a flaw in your story. Okay, yes, I thought.
What? No way, pal. I mean, sir.
You said that you locked Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30 AM, correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time.
Wow, nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw the contradiction like a pro. I had totally forgotten all about that, but thanks to you, I remember now. You're right. It was around at that very time that I realized the master key was missing.
And?
Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I just couldn't admit to losing the master key, could I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir.
You pretended?
Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking it up, sir. So in actuality,
you never did relock the door then?
Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door is still hasn't been locked properly.
Oh. Oh. Nah. Wait, the deuce? No. No. Wait, let's talk to Maggie again. Food time, see ya. See you in a bit, Bodoka. Okay. Let's see. Okay, for now, nothing here. Can I go back into my office? I won't rest until I... Okay, yeah. No signs of forced entry. Oops! These number plates slide right out, sir. They have to be able to take the plate off. Oh, wait a minute. I know. That bastard. He scammed Maggie. He swapped the thingies. Yeah, I noticed. That's why I just didn't read it.
Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of... Yeah, like, dude! Right.
Wait a second. No, no, no. Let me save. Okay, so not here, but here. I get to deduce here. Yeah, deduce. This spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I found. Yep. The detective failed off. So many secure saves. No, I just like saving. I don't know, it's a habit, man. There is something here that... Man. I think... I'm so confused. Let me think a little bit. Ah, sorry. Well, yeah. Wait a second. If Maggie didn't lock it, but now the door is locked. Yeah, so because I was thinking, like what I was saying before, right? I think that Portsman scammed Maggie switching the plates, so she unlocked actually Edgeworth's door, right? So... Oh! Anything of interest? You look rather intrigued by something. Care to share? Oh, it's nothing, but I noticed Mr. Portman called his partner Jim, and the detective in that Sunday drama, All My Cops, is named Jim too. Okay, is this just chit-chat? Of course, the tight bond, okay. Friendship, detective. I think you're mistaking it with pity. How can you say that, sir? After all we've been through. Ah. Talking to the witnesses. About Miss Byard. No way, she's the killer. Please don't tell me you buy into that accusation, sir. Rest assured, I think she's innocent. However, I need to ask a few things about regarding her in the security guard position. Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her and then press space, okay? Oh, wait a second, am I being stupid here? I think I know what to do. Let's go back. I think I finally understand. Because it gives me two possibilities of deduction, right? We said this was... When we examined it, it says it was tightly shut, right? But she said she didn't lock it. So... this should present a contradiction? Eureka! Yes, oh, finally. There is a contradiction here between reality and evidence. Sorry, this investigating system is a lot more complex than Phoenix Wright, because in Phoenix Wright it was all like you had everything in display all the time, but here they really want you to piece things together. Once I get into the flow of it, it's gonna be faster. Also, I have a freaking headache, so I'm not thinking too clearly, but okay. If what Mr. Byard has said is true, then why is this door locked tight? You're right. Miss Byard, are you sure you didn't relock this door?
I'm certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portman noticed it himself that I hadn't.
Which means what, sir?
It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Miss Byard opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
She opened a different door, but how can you prove that?
There is an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine this.
The doorknob. I guess it's the doorknob. Because if the doorknob of my office has Maggie Byard's prints, that should be it. Oh wait, no. It should be on the dude. Yeah. The plate too, because he swapped it. Yeah, but I think that is the doorknob first, because my doorknob had the fingerprints wiped, right? But why good the dude Portsman need to clean the fingerprints from his doorknob? if the door has Maggie's fingerprints on it, then if it doesn't have the fingerprints of Maggie in it, then it's clear that she never opened his office. The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything. Hey you! Yeah, you pal! Do us a favor, see here, can you lift... See what you can lift from this, okay? So, what did you find out? There is no need for such belligerent nostril flagrant detective. Sir, I have found only Mr. Portman and Mr. Fate's prints on this doorknob. So only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive. Huh? I'm lost, sir. I'm thinking logically. A certain other person prints should be on the knob as well. Yeah, Maggie.
Take that!
Did you find odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent? You mean... Yeah, the door Miss Bayer opened could have not been this one, but a different one. Okay. What we have here? Well, that is pretty obvious. What is this? Looks like this a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there is something written in it. I bought 3 pieces of evidence. I brought 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone. But it looks like you are out. Guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy. It looks like a note from the victim. Yeah, and it's for Prosecutor Portsman. Okay. Wait. Oh! Finally! I can move around. Okay, this time only up and down. So, if I can move... Oh wait, it was moved! You see what I mean? He scammed Maggie. He moved this to the door of Edgeworth. What's this? What are you looking at, sir? Hey, how about the game? That's okay, detective. I just found the position of the hoop to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it chipped when someone made a serious slam dunk. The position of the hoop is definitely unnatural. I better take note of this. Okay. Investigation complete. Okay, perfect. Poking around in this hallway has actually paid off handsomely. Ah, how so, sir? In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. Have my panties.
As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman.
What? Mr. Portsman? But he's so gay. I knew it. That's exactly what my logic senses...
I knew it. That's exactly what my logic senses were telling me too. I suspected him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. That is anything but logical. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on the truth's door. Okay. March 14, 5:12 AM, High Prosecutor Office, room 1202. Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letters. Alright, let's take a gander at it. Pass it here.
Okay, looking good. So you there, take good care of this. Whoa! Welcome back, Bodoka. Just as we are about to send this asshole to jail. Well, if his seat isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jack Sportsman, that you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. I can see through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. Who would have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karman, right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me what I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know. Are you done trying to play mind games with me, because they won't work? The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for is now explaining yourself. Although that will only dig your hole deeper, either way, your game is up. Aren't we full of ourselves, even though you haven't yet proved anything? Mr. Portsman's rebuttal. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there is a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how may I ask do you propose I unlock your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got some work to do, so we're down here. Sorry, but we are not finished yet. Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you are basing your accusations on something. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on, with evidence. Okay, Mr. Portman rebuttal. Again. Okay, so let's save. Because we are gonna be pressing a lot, and I don't want have problems here.
Hold it!
My accusation is a harebrained idea, is it? You tell me. I'd say it is, after all.
Hold it!
Oh, and what, pray tell kind of evidence are we talking about here? Jim was my partner, so you can say I had a motive for killing him. And that's it? That's not even an anthill, let alone a mountain. But it's more than enough, wouldn't you agree? Might I recommend that you review what the word evidence means? It doesn't change the fact that the evidence doesn't point to me as the killer. Oh, you're so wrong. Besides, how many... okay, so... let's press here.
Hold it!
Unfortunately, I believe I have already shown how earlier. Your speculations mean nothing, as I still insist that I couldn't gain access to your room. Should I raise an objection? Raise an objection. You claim to have no way to open my door, however, is that the really honest truth? Alright, I'll humor you, go ahead, shoot. Very well then, I propose that you use this to open my door. Well, the master key... What? It has to be the master key.
Take that!
I believe you were able to open my door office with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait, hold on for a sec. I never laid fingers on that key, as you already know.
Precisely, you were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only direct.
Subjection? Oh, I see what you're doing. Objection over objection, subjection.
That's right, you use your fingers to direct the person to open.
Maggie?
Take that!
You had asked Miss Bayer to open your own office door for you, yes?
Yeah, kind of. Forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my test, you know.
But the room you had Miss Bayer open at that time was not your own, was it?
This dude really acts smug for a tutorial boss with poorly planned murder, yeah. You have quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we?
I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure it was opening the right door, sir.
See, Miss Bayer backs up my story.
Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted?
And how do you suppose I did that?
By switching the number plates on our doors, for example.
That's right, they slide out pretty easily.
Furthermore, you didn't use another thing to give a very strong impression. The door she was opening was yours and not, in fact, mine.
What was it? It's the hoop. The hula hoop.
Take that!
The basketball hoop.
What? The basketball hoop, sir?
It's quite the peculiar fixture in a hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor.
That's very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman.
There are signs that the hoop has been moved. To sit in front of my office, to be sure.
I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people? Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off track.
What? Conjecture rebuttal? What?
Now you're spouting nonsense. If I had the girl open my office door, after that I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me.
So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he?
If I'm pure and innocent as my jacket, I am pure and innocent as my jacket, and Miss Bayer is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. My jacket is not dirty, and I'll have you know, I just watched it yesterday.
Please calm down, for I intend to show who's the one truly covered in slime here.
Conjecture rebuttal. Okay. What? I had sniff. What? What's a sniff? I had the girl open. Okay. Wait, let me. What are you sniffing, Lockhart? Oh, I get it.
Don't tell me. I get it.
Nonsense, you say. Yes, because I'm telling the truth here.
Okay.
Hold it!
Using the master key, of course. Sure, you have a problem with that. That is what the master key is for, right? Perhaps we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth of some sort for people like you. Okay, so I think that's a lie that's a lie because we found this, and this clearly says, but it looks like you're out, so I guess I'll catch up to you later.
Objection!
Had to confirm, you know. Well, I don't think there was need. That was a lie. What are you talking about? What was a lie? How was a lie? Then this is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note? It was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here it says, but you are out. Huh? You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Shall I explain it in full detail for you? You were busy snooping around in my room, the very room you had misfired open for you.
Objection!
That's just nonsense. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me. Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence. Huh? No way! This is proof that Miss Byard opened the door for you. I guess it's the knob. So I guess this.
Take that!
I had your door dusted for prints. But my door? For what? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right, I didn't find anything, and definitely not Miss Byard's fingerprints. Her prints? What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way, if she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Further, all of the fingerprints on my office knob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it was Miss Byard's fingerprints. It was because Miss Byard's fingerprints were on it. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And the detective Fate found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from the room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portman, you killed Mr. Fate to silence him. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said, when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office.
Just what's so funny, pal?
Well, that look of stiff seriousness on your face of this office's finest prosecutor. And he makes a huge mistake in accusing me is simply too much to bear. There is nothing else like it in the world. What? Mr. Edgeworth, just explain it all and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. And as I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, full of conjecture. You said you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped up that knob down well. Huh? I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. Didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own fingerprints would be on there. You made that up just now, did you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, it could have been left before I arrived to the office. Like early evening, for example. Are you saying that you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. No, that's just a flat-out lie. There is no way you didn't notice a note that size. Ah, but you can't prove that, can you? Is this really going to keep going? Say something, Mr. Edgeworth, back me up here, sir. Portsmouth makes a good point. I can prove that he didn't simply overlook it. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight alibi? I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had just told you sooner. I was watching OnlyFans. What? Portman's alibi. If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 AM, correct? And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly at that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Do you really think that is a perfect alibi? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see it for yourself. Detective Gamshu? Yes, sir. I'll go check out on his alibi. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, I think we are in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portman said. The guys down in the criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 AM. You see? All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradiction. A contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. Portsman alibi. Well, we have to press on everything here. We need to find a gap somewhere. But I think this is the perfect time that someone actually has a perfect alibi.
Hold it!
You are correct, it was around 2 AM. Are you sure it was really important to me that you are spot on with the time? I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2. Oh, giving testimony like a pro, so you came back to your office at 2.
Hold it!
It is as you say, however. Yes, however, you're the only one who claims to have been bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come on, I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit.
Hold it!
So you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit? Yup, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct. ask around.
Hold it!
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said that they saw you at around that time. See, I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. Impossible. He actually does have the perfect alibi. What's wrong? Why the sullen look on your face? Can you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we've reached the end of the line. It's time to get off this crazy train. You there, sir? Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle.
Maggie!
Detective Gamsu.
Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around. If I only had a clue, did I miss something that could cast doubt on his alibi? Well, there is something that doesn't convince me here. But guys, I have already extended a little too much. Bad end? I don't think that is the bad end. I have not made any mistakes. I need to calmly think through this one more time with logic. So... I think these two... So if he went to the precinct, he could have gotten a gun from the precinct. I feel like that is... Yeah, you went to the precinct to get a gun. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Okay, here goes nothing. There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Fate's life. And one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only showed signs of being fired once. Meaning that it's entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing how the killer had to steal Mr. Fate's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been property of an entirely different person. Poor jacket indeed. Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office. Okay. Well, files in this array and another visitor, it has to be like this, correct? It has to be. Because, yeah, it has to be that, I guess. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were appended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder, so it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and killed him, and once again after the murder by our second culprit. Who was the owner of the second gun? If we suppose that the second culprit was the one that pointed at my back.
Objection!
Mr. Portman, it seems that I need to amend my assumption regarding this case. Great, so you finally come to your senses.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Sir, what are you saying?
This has been a misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not have been the case.
What do you mean?
The person I ran to was just your average thief.
A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts?
Not at all. That simply means that the killer was someone else. It means that in actuality, the two culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, two?
It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were two guns. Mr. Portman tricked Miss Bayard and gained entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leaving the argument, you still don't have any actual proof, you know?
If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portman. In the end, if you're really innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portman was out to steal something from me. Which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right?
Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk but his own partner, Mr. Fate?
But why did Mr. Fate come into your room, sir?
He probably had business with Mr. Portman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess.
Because you were supposed to be away, right?
And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out.
Correct, and as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portman. Mr. Fate probably let his guard down, but Portman was not so merciful as to let him live alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Fate's gun from him, and then... boom! He killed him, silenced Mr. Fate for catching him in the act of stealing. That was the moment in which the first shot was fired and landed on my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left him behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake day message behind.
You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that?
Well, if things were as simple as that, all would be solved. However,
okay guys, I hate to do this, but we have to end here today because it's 6:30, I'm very overextended and I really need to go. But let's do this. Tomorrow I will start half an hour earlier so we can finish this case and then play Persona 5, okay? Are we okay with that? Because I really cannot keep going. I'm really out of time here, guys. Fine? Yeah. Okay, guys. Tomorrow, 3:30 PM my time. So, get ready because we're finishing this and then playing Persona 5. With that said, guys, I hope you had as much fun as I did. I wish you a good rest of your day or night. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.